I hope you're enjoying this full free episode of Takedown, but there's something else you need to know. Only a small portion of our episodes are on YouTube. There are more than 100 episodes on our streaming service, ad-free and uncensored, at watchtrueblu.com. Use the code YouTube24 to watch them all for $2.50 or YouTube Year for $20 off an annual subscription. Also, and this is important, hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you soon on TruBlu. Outside of Flint, Michigan, a city known for dirty water and high crime, is the location of my next predator sting. Working alongside the Genesee County Sheriff's Office ghost team, we're poised and ready for the next predator to make his entrance. On his way is 45-year-old Tom Bates, who's hoping to hook up with a 15-year-old girl, but he'll soon be disappointed when he finds me waiting for him. The decoy is standing by, and the deputies are waiting for the takedown. It's a tense moment, not knowing just who is going to arrive, how violent they may be, and if they might have a weapon.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Get in here. What I do? Lay down. Nice and easy. I didn't do nothing. That's right. You got a lock code on your phone?
This one's in custody.
Tom.
Yeah.
You got a lock code on your phone?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know. George, is that yours?
Yeah.
100%.
That's one of my guys in your pocket.
100%.
I have a knife.
Once the predator is handcuffed and searched, they get the one-on-one time they were looking for, but not with a child.
Hey, how are you?
They come face-to-face with me.
What's happening tonight?
Being stupid.
Being stupid. What do you mean by being stupid?
Lonely and made a bad decision.
Lonely and
I
a
should have
bad
drove by and went to Burger King and went home with my son.
What's your name?
Tom
Tom, what's your last name?
Bates.
Bates. And how old are you, Tom?
At 45.
45. And how old was the girl you were here to see tonight?
She said she was 15, I believe.
15.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to do anything with her.
You weren't going to do anything with her?
No.
Then why did you come here, Tom?
I was going to tell her, I was going to ask her, I was kind of getting to the point where, I mean, I was lonely, I wasn't going to do anything.
You weren't going to do anything? No. You're just going to come over here and read her a bedtime story?
No.
Watch a little football?
No. I was actually on my way to Burger King to get my...
Burger King?
To get my son.
To get your son. How old is your son?
He's 14. He's
14.
home alone. I was going to stop and get him for dinner and just stop in here and...
Just to have sex with a 15-year-old girl?
I was not going to have sex
Well,
with her.
come on, Tom. I've seen the transcripts, the chat.
Yeah, I was not going to have
Okay,
sex
but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I know it looks bad, but...
Why would I possibly... Looks bad. It's very specific about what you want to do with this girl who you believe to be 15. Sexual acts. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
What am I to make of this?
I'm hoping you believe me, that I wouldn't do anything.
But explain to me...
It was just flirtation.
Why I should believe you.
Because I've never done it before.
You've never done it before.
No.
When I run your criminal history, what will I find, Tom?
An MIP when I was 15.
Minor in possession.
Yes. Alcohol.
Have you ever chatted with an underage girl before?
No.
So tonight, out of all the nights in your 45 years, you decide to get online and chat up a 15-year-old girl in a sexually charged conversation, leaving your 14-year-old son at home, and you pop in here all wound up, ready to go.
I was just going to stop in and...
Did you bring condoms?
No.
Are there condoms in your car?
Absolutely not.
So you were just going to have sex with her without...
I was not going to have sex with her.
Do you see why I have a hard time believing that?
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, but I'm honest.
If you're that honest, why are you here? Why didn't you just go to Burger King, get your son a Whopper, and head home?
I wish I had.
Now you're here telling me a Whopper of a story. You think it's funny?
I do not. Not a bit.
What do you think should happen to you?
I don't know.
It's a crime. What do you do for a living, Tom?
I do heating and air conditioning for the state of Michigan.
Heating and air conditioning?
I work for downtown.
You work for the state?
Yes.
Doing what exactly?
I maintain the office buildings at the Capitol complex.
So you work for the state of Michigan?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to pass background checks for that work?
Yes, I do. I was in the governor's residence when I was in a different zone.
So you used to go in the governor's residence?
Yes.
To work on heating and cooling?
Yes.
And here you are tonight?
I know. I messed up.
Trying to meet a 15-year-old girl?
I know.
Are you married?
My wife passed away a year ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I've never done anything like this before. I was just lonely, horny, I don't know.
Can't you just go to a bar or meet girls your own age? Or can't you just go to a bar or some other social setting or meet women your own age? You're seeing somebody.
I am. I just started dating and...
How are you going to explain this to her?
I don't know.
Your son?
I'm hoping I don't have to.
What did you bring with you tonight?
Just my wallet and... I don't even have enough money to pay her. That was what she wanted. I didn't have the money to pay her.
But here's the problem, Tom. If you weren't going to do anything, why even mess with it in the first place? Why even
it
pop
was just
in?
flirtation.
Flirtation. Flirtation is for online and teasing.
That's kind of what I want.
Showing
I
up.
kept asking her.
Showing up is more than flirtation.
That's why I didn't lie. I just wanted her to show me, and I was going to leave.
I don't buy it.
Okay. I understand.
Tom, there's something else you need to know.
Okay.
I'm Chris Hansen, and I'm doing a story on adults trying to meet children online for sex. What do you think should happen to you? You're in a bit of trouble here. What's the best thing you can say in your defense?
I'm sorry.
What should happen to you? I mean, help me out here.
I don't know.
No other explanation you want to give?
I don't know.
Okay. Tom, you're free to leave with these people right over there.
Just have a seat right there for me, too.
Tom was a bit of a sad story, telling me that his wife died a little more than a year ago and he was lonely. But while you can feel some empathy for that in that situation, it doesn't excuse going to a place to meet a 15-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation. It just doesn't. And so now this state employee here in Michigan is going to have to face the music in court.
Tom Bates was charged with child sexually abusive activity, accosting a child for immoral purposes, and using a computer to commit a crime. He served 2 days in jail and is currently on probation for 5 years.
Why is it so important for a department like yours to do an investigation like this?
Because it's proactive. And, so many times agencies get into the mindset of just answering 911 calls. And that's important, but it's what you don't discover that is happening at the same time that is the most dangerous. And so that's why we do these.
What message does an investigation, an undercover operation like this, send to this community and to the entire nation?
That there's always a sheepdog there. And if people know that they could be caught, that's a great deterrent. And that's our goal.
Who are these guys?
These are people that 9 out of 10 of them have no criminal history. A majority of them are married. They have families. They look and act and work in the same places that people work, look and act as normal. They have what I call a secret life. Sometimes, people talk about the subculture of life. That's what they are. They're part of a subculture of sexual deviancy.
We had a fellow who worked for the state of Michigan, was actually in the governor's residence at some point.
As a contractor, which goes to show that even among our own houses, we are not immune from people coming into our most intimate settings and having either a criminal history or a criminal history that's never yet been discovered. These are dangerous people. National stats will confirm, global stats will confirm that for those that are being trafficked under the age of 17, when the predator is caught, that it saves the life of 25 future victims.
25 victims.
You know? So we have a running total in Ghost as to how many people we arrest, multiplied by 25, and Ghost has saved hundreds and hundreds of future victims.
Flint, Michigan is a city on the rise. Its citizens and law enforcement are working together to promote communication, and their cops are keeping the bad guys off the streets. It was a pleasure to be here and work with Sheriff Swanson and his entire team. Until next time, I'm Chris Hansen. To watch more episodes of Takedown, head over to WatchTruBlu.com.